So this strategy alone made my pharma scores go from 32 percentile till 80 percentile. So hi guys, this is Dr Ganesh C R. I've secured an all-India rank of 2009-89 in the recently conducted NEET PG exam. So in the previous video, I spoke about my journey of how I went from an all-India rank of 88,000 to an all-India rank of 2000. So from this video onwards, I'll be speaking on the core preparation strategies. And one of the first and the most basic things to have while preparing for the NEET PG exam is to have a proper schedule. And honestly, I've seen a lot of people who neglect this fact and they just go for a daily planning, but they lose track of the preparation in the long term. So I don't want you guys to be making this mistake. So coming to the schedule, for example, this was my schedule for the month of March and how it used to look like. So I used to make the schedule for the entire month on the last day of the previous month. This was how my typical schedule used to look like. And things which I've written in the pencil are the portions which I've completed on that particular day. So this was my 4-month journey of the grand test with the proper schedule. So coming to the schedule, there are 2 key dates in this preparation. The first being the NEET, which is on 18th of May, and the second being the NEET PG, which hopefully is on 15th of June. So recently I was speaking to some of the juniors and I came to know that most of the offline classes will be done by the end of January. So considering first reading and all the PYQs to be done by the end of January, I'll be starting the schedule on the 1st of February and it will go on till the 18th of May, which is the NEET. So you guys have around 106 days to go for the NEET, and in this 106 days I'll be taking out 10 days for the GTs, which are must. So you guys will be left with another 96 days. And so guys, always plan retrospectively, because the entire NEET PG preparation game is all about the last 10-day revision. So keeping aside 10 days for the last and final revision, you guys will have another 86 days in your hands. So I've divided it into 60 and 26 days. So for 60 days for the first revision and 26 days for the second revision. So the 5 days which I've given it for the GTs are separately allotted. So in the first revision, the 60 days, it's about 57 days, and I've kept 3 days as the buffer. So coming to the first revision, which is from 1st of February till the 6th of April, which comes to around 65 days, there are 5 major things you guys need to focus on. The first one is to concise your main notes for the major subjects like physio, pharma, PSM, surgery and OPG. And also during this period, you annotate your first aid for the 5 major subjects which I had mentioned earlier. And the second thing is all around 100 questions per day, which are PYT related. So since you guys are concising your notes, you won't be having that much time to solve around 200 questions. The third one, review your bookmarks every day and make sure that the bookmarks is less than 1000 by the last revision. So fourth one, note down your weak topics separately. Why? Because these topics are needed for your 20th notebook, which you will be doing in the second cycle of revision. So fifth one, keep subject-wise folder in the gallery for very important images, which you come across while solving the questions. So guys, before going into the day's allocation, I want you guys to know about this beautiful law called Parkinson's law, which states work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. So the more days you give for a particular subject, the effort you put in will significantly reduce. Don't worry about the number of days and all. And coming to the days allocation, there are 60 days and which 3 days are for buffer. So in the 57 days, I'll be giving 5 days for the major subjects like patho, pharma, PSM, medicine, surgery and OPG, which will come to around 30 days. So 3 days for the intermediate subjects like anat, physio, biochem, micro, opthal, peds, and ENT you can easily finish in 2 days. Though this will come to a total of around 20 days. 1 day each for sarco subjects and 2 days for FMT. So all this will come to around total of 57 days, and 3 days is the buffer. And in the buffer days, if you have any backlog from the 57 days, you can cover in these 3 days. So you guys may be wondering whether there are no break in this 60-day cycle. You guys need to keep your GT days as a rest day. Let me explain how. So morning 9 o'clock you'll be starting your GT, which is the actual exam time. So by 12:30 the GT will be finished. So after that you can take a break of 1.5 hours for your lunch and come back at 2 o'clock. From 2 to 8 you review your GT, and so after 8 o'clock you can take the rest. So guys, at least this much of commitment is needed in these last 5 months. So coming to the 2 important things to keep in mind in this cycle are having concise notes before second cycle is must, and keep 1 hour aside every day for the weak subject. So for example, pharma was so weak for me that I even had plans of skipping the entire subject. But later on in the preparation, I realized how even a single question is very important to get the dream rank. So in the month of April, I started studying pharma every day for 1 hour. And you guys can see by the end of May, my scores in pharma became very consistent and it never came down below 80 percentile. So whichever subject you guys feel that you're weak in, study it every day for 1 hour and eventually you'll improve in that subject. So this strategy alone made my pharma scores go from 32 percentile till 80 percentile. So this will definitely help you guys in your weak subjects. So coming to the second revision, which is from 7th April till 7th May, which is 31 days. In the 31 days, 26 days will be for revision and 5 days for the GTs. And things to keep in mind in the second cycle is, first one, start preparing your 20th notebook. So I'll be explaining how to do this in the next videos. So second one, increase your daily MCQs to 150 questions. Now that you guys have your own concise notes, you'll be having more time left for solving questions. So increase your daily MCQs. Also, review your subject-wise bookmarks along with the revision. For example, if you are studying pharma today, go through the pharma bookmarks also. Third one, mark your weak topics separately in the concise notes, and these topics will be your first priority in the last 10-day revision. One, go through your gallery very oftenly. So coming to the 26 days, I'll be allocating 3 days each for surgery and OBG, and 4 days for medicine plus patho integrated. So this will come to 10 days. 2 days for anat, PSM, biochem, micro and pharma. This will come to another 10 days. And the remaining 6 days is for the shorter subjects. And guys, also skip the strong subjects and plan intelligently. Example, subjects like anesthesia and radiology, considering their very less weightage, there is no need to study them in every cycle of your revision. So you guys can study it in the last days of the first revision and the first days of the last 10-day revision, so that you won't be losing the touch of these subjects. And also your 20th notebook should be ready by the end of second cycle of revision, and also make sure that the bookmarks is less than 1000. Guys, coming to the last 10-day revision, these 10 days will be testing your mental composure, and honestly this cycle of revision will be deciding your branch, because this can easily create a difference of 5 to 10,000 ranks. Also guys, one important thing to keep in your mind is, do not test your knowledge in these last 10 days. For example, do not give any GTs or do not solve any new questions, because at this point of preparation, if you realize that you don't know something, this can easily lead to a mental breakdown and you will ruin your entire preparation. So yeah, do not test your knowledge. So this was how my last 10-day schedule used to look like. So each day I used to study 2 subjects. Along with that, I used to go through one previous year paper, be it INICET, FMG or NEET PG. So in each subject I used to go through 6 things: my notes, vibe sessions, 20th notebook, bookmark, pearls from Marrow, and gallery the images. And you guys should be able to brush through all the subjects once in this last 10 days and make sure that you finish at least 90 to 95% of what is planned. So this will give you the confidence before going to the examination hall. So now coming to the schedule from INICET to NEET, which has around 27 days, and the first cycle will be 17 days, and do only the major subjects and your weak subjects in this cycle. And the second cycle will be the same 10-day revision which I had mentioned earlier. And guys, even we had the same situation like you guys. We had our INICET on 19th of May and our NEET exam was scheduled for 23rd of June. So this was my schedule for the month of May and June. You guys can see that I had skipped radio and anesthesia in one cycle of the revision, but I made sure that I studied them in the last 10-day revision. And also I was not able to finish pharma on that particular day, so I made sure that I take out 1 hour each on the upcoming days and finish it. So guys, this is how my daily schedule for 10 hours used to look like, and I used to plan everything the day before itself. So 3 important things to notice here are, I used to study my weak subjects every day from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and also used to take out 30 minutes for my bookmark review. And so in evening from 7 o'clock till 9:30, I used to be completely drained out, so I used to just solve the question banks. Guys, always keep this quote in your mind: the price of discipline is always way lesser than the pain of regret. So guys, this used to be one of the major motivations for me to show up every day. And also keep in mind that consistency is very undervalued. You have to show up every day no matter how you feel. So yeah, I'll be ending this video, and in the next videos I'll be talking about how to concise the notes in first aid and also about the GTs. So if you guys have any doubts, you can comment down below, or if you guys want to talk to me personally, you can message me on my Instagram account, which is Ganesh C R. So yeah, I'll be ending this video. Keep studying. All the best.